Hello everybody out there, this is Messenger. This is the round of 8 ASL Mini. This is a game between ASL-Terran and Tarson. ASL-Terran was using another nick on IC Cup in the tournament phase, ASL-Terran. And so we have Tarson up at the 9 o'clock position, and we have Terran down at the 5 o'clock position, and I'm going to go ahead and reveal the entire map for you real quick. The map is Outsider. Outsider is a very strange map to me. I've played a lot of StarCraft. It's a map I'm not quite accustomed to. It's very strange. I'll go ahead and reveal the map once more. There are mineral deposits here that only you can get to through your main base, and there's the double gas. Oh, this is the smack talk. 1 second. Alright, so Tarson just said, okay, I think I warm up. Now I can rape you. This is the third game in their best of 5, and Tarson lost the first 2. And so, understandably, Tarson must be irritated right now. The thing about this game is it's quite interesting. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say this, but ASL-Terran is actually a very, very good player. I'm not going to reveal his some details about him, but it's okay, Tarson, that you lost to this guy. This guy's actually very good. I would even say he could probably even beat Hydra. I'm not sure about that. It's his APM is up there with Hydra, and he has excellent mechanical skills, and he does have connections, so he's quite good. And I'm very happy that he's participating in the ASL Mini for such a small prize pool. He's just a very outstanding player. I got a chance to play with him. Very good. Okay, so we see Tarson scouting down here at the 5 o'clock position. There are only 3 spawning points. This is an unusual map. And so it looks like Tarson's going to find Terran first. Terran, Tarson, that's a tongue twister, 2-letter T's. And so let's see what kind of builds they're doing right now. And so we look at Terran, pretty standard build so far. He removed all his SCVs from gas, so I imagine he's going to do some sort of initial vulture thing. I'm not a Terran player, not a Terran versus Terran player anyway. I'll play certain matchups with Terran, like Terran versus Protoss, but I'm not very good at Terran versus Terran, so forgive me if my analytics are below par. And so we look at Tarson down here at the mineral patch with his Marines. He's just keeping this guy here just to make sure some kind of cheese isn't coming. You know, it's so easy to sneak an SCV through here, perhaps even a Vulture in here, and just stack them and sneak the Vulture in to do some sort of harassment. So this guy right here is there to do some sort of... and so, you know, we see Tarson just reading his opponent pretty good so far. And looks like I'm just going to look around the map, see what they're up to. Alright, so it looks like Terran snuck his SCV over here. No, that's Tarson, excuse me. And, okay, so pretty much just doing a kind of a stack trick, like what Protoss does with their probes when they're trying to get a probe through. I think the only race that can't just independently send a worker unit through a mineral patch would be Zerg, because Terran can just kind of stack on top of as they're building their supply depot to get their SCV through, and Protoss can just stack with their pylon to get their probe through. So it's just one of those interesting things. But the Zerg do get their overlords, so interesting trade-off. Alright, so we see, you know, if we just count this out, it's 8 patches, and over here it's 7 patches. So Tarson is opting to go with the expansion that has gas but has 7 mineral patches, and we see over here Terran opted to go with just the mineral patch initially at first. And so they're taking their natural, Terran's taking his natural a little bit ahead of Tarson, but not by much. And so we're just going to look at just some what units they have right now. I actually kind of like what Terran is doing. As I said before, Terran is I can't reveal his identity, but he's a pretty awesome player. I believe in him. He gets to play with lots of good players. So I like his build because he's uphill. He has the cliff advantage. He's safer, I think, and additionally, I would say gas is critical if you want to do like a heavy tank kind of push, and so or development, and so if you guys actually want to see like a really go-to ass game between Terran versus Terran, there's a game that was released recently, within the last few weeks or maybe last month, between Fireback Hero and Flash. That game took like 1 hour, and it was an outstanding TVT game. We saw Fireback Hero pretty much just cover the map in the beginning, down the middle with turrets, and so Flash just kind of barely held off the attack. It was one of those games where you're like, wow, that was an unusual game. One of the better games in StarCraft. So if you guys get a chance, check that out on the Vaki or John747 YouTube. Alright, and just going around. Not a lot of stuff happening right now. We see Terran taking his second expansion right now, the one with the gas right outside his base. And we see Tarson just setting up a defense perimeter right now. And looks like, yeah, Tarson's just a little bit slower than Terran. It builds up over time. Initially he was kind of slow, slightly slower in regards to the first expansion, but that little advantage that Terran had over Tarson, just eventually, it builds up like a snowball rolling down a hill, right? It just kind of picks up momentum in regards to time, and so we see Terran kind of even pulling a little bit more ahead resource-wise, getting up his second expansion a little quicker. This is one of their... I chose the third game in their best of 5 series, or this is the third game. I hopefully I didn't ruin, the outcome for you guys, because you're gonna... Well, actually, if you listen to this first, this is probably gonna ruin watching for the first 2 games. It's because this is their third game. This is very. I chose this particular replay because of their series, because it was very good. It was the best of Terran's games. I don't know what to call them exactly. I mean, do I call him Gosi? Do I call him Terran? We look at his nick. That's not an L. That's an I. So I thought it was a L initially. Oh, there's an attack on their way. So there was a dropship that came. Tarson's just picking off some SUVs right now. This actually a pretty good move by Tarson, because there's not much you can do about it. It's so annoying, these tanks behind these mineral crystals. It takes quite a bit of effort. Not only that, it looks like that took away Terran's expansion at this mineral spot and this double gas spot, because this is also Terran's command center right here. And so this is actually a good strong strategy, tactic by Tarson. And so we see Tarson's expansion is up here in double dropships. Dropships are so pivotal in TVT games. You see a lot of players desperately try to protect. They don't care about as much. They don't care about the contents of these dropships. They try to keep their dropships alive as long as possible. Hopefully you guys don't see that. Do you guys see that? Interesting. Alright, I might have to cut that out. There's something that popped up on the screen. I hope my capture video software doesn't record that. That was some sense.